Salutations and good morrow, everyone, and welcome back to another Grounded 2 guide, where today we're going to be hopping in and talking about all of the mutations that you can unlock in the game in early access, at the launch of early access, really. Now, as a quick disclaimer, this does not mean this is all of the mutations that are going to be in Grounded 2. This is just what we currently have, and we'll do more videos as more get added. But let's hop in and let's talk about them. In each of the different perks, I'm going to talk about how to unlock them and the perks that come with them. But the top ones here, we're going to go through pretty quick because they're all unlocked the same way, by using a particular weapon type and killing creatures. 40 to 200 creatures will unlock the start to mastery. So just keep that in mind when going through each of these. First one is Little Fist. You guys guessed it. This one's about punching stuff. No weapons, just straight up fist. You can go through and fist your enemies here. Not too hard. And it's going to unlock the ability for you to start doing counters on your enemy. And when I say counter, I don't mean like, you attacked me, I counter with a punch. No, it's actually building up a number in the back that is allowing you to do a charged attack, and that charged attack will unleash all stacks for a devastating blow. And then once you master this skill, you become a fisting master. Your fist attacks deal bonus stun and generate 2 stacks on hit. So, another one that's great. It doesn't mean you're going to attack twice for every punch, but it's going to make it so you do those charged attacks that much quicker, and it's going to generate stun, which stun is great in Grounded 2. Speaking of stunning, let's talk about Smasher. Smasher, this one allows you to, well, stun your enemies. You guys guessed it, the Smasher perk, attacks with clubs deal more stun. Right? So every time you hit something with a club, you're going to put on a stun counter. If that stun bar fills all the way up, the creature's going to become stunned, and then you're going to do additional damage. Speaking of doing additional damage, Club Master, club attacks deal more damage against stunned creatures. It's that simple. You could do huge amounts of damage against stunned creatures. You'll have a little gold star that will pop up. It's awesome. Go check it out. You gotta love it. Javelineer. This one, sadly, is all about throwing spears. I, for one, love using the spear as a melee weapon. I like the reach, I like the stab, I like the quickness, but this perk is built all around for throwing them spears. You can make a couple of them and get to throwing. It's not that hard because they're not that expensive to make. But Javelineer, like I said, spears deal more damage when thrown, and some damage is dealt to you bounces back at your attacker. This gives you like a Thorns effect, more or less, which just makes it so, hey, you hit me, you take damage too, so don't hit me. It's a great one for you if you're going out there and you're playing solo and you're looking for something to help you out with combat. This is a good one for you to have. Plus the reach, it's all good. Speaking of things that are good, charge attacks with spears deal additional damage. Now, charge attacks do look like this. They're this little poof that you have at the tip of your weapon, and all weapons can do it. This one, poof! There you go, charged attack. Charge attacks are awesome. They allow you to do additional damage on your charged attack, and with Javelineer, spears deal additional damage when you do that charge attack. There's also a hidden spear in the game that will actually give you a bonus to charge attacks as well that will put a negative perk on the enemies you're attacking, but more on that in another video. But going through, let's talk a little bit more about Assassin. Assassin, dual weapon strikes with critical precision. This one's good. It's all about assassinations. Yes, it does deal with doing attacks as well. So dash strikes have an increased crit hit chance. Dual daggers and sickles deal increased damage on crit hits. These are all about critting, right? So building that crit up and doing criticals, it becomes very nasty in the game, let me tell you guys. And these dash strikes, if you guys are wondering what that is, when you charge up the daggers or sickles, dash strike. That is what I say as the dash strike, because if you actually like dash and then attack, there's this pause in the animation. So I can't believe that this would be your dash strike when you're literally doing a charged attack dash strike. And when you couple that with the assassin perks later on, when you couple that with, ambush, trust me, we'll talk about it when we get to ambush, it becomes nasty. But Dagger Master as well, kills with daggers and sickles increase crit hit chance for a short duration. Like I said, criticals are amazing. They're wonderful. They do tons of damage to your creatures. And if you can increase how often you're doing them, you're really going to be able to work down piles of enemies quickly, especially if you're surrounded by a lot of low-level enemies, like if you go into the anthill, and now it's like, all right, I'm going to take on ants, and you start going at them with your daggers, well, guess what? You're going to be able to work through a pile of them quickly. All right, Sharpshooter. This one makes a return again from Grounded. This one is all about using the bow. It says a film crosses your eyes, the focus with deadly clarity, charge shots deal crit hit chance. So gain crit hit chance. So Sharpshooter here, fully charged bow shots gain an additional crit hit chance. And then Bowmaster, perfectly charged bow shots deal more damage. So, like I was saying with the last one, you have a charge shot here. And if you charge it up, you can hear a little ting when you do it, and you can fire it off. But if you can let it go right when you see that circle come in, because on the reticle there's a small circle, and you can hit it right when those stars come up, you're going to hear an additional sound, and that additional sound lets you know that you're doing your charge shots perfectly, and you will be able to deal all the more damage on this one. So perfectly charged shots deal more damage. So for those of you who like using the bow, bows got awesome. Go out and use them. Trust me, you're going to like the bow. Alright, so this next one is all about your tank build or using Blade Master. Honing the art of your blade, your blows knock enemies off balance and lower the damage they deal. This one makes a return from Grounded as well. Blade Master, short sword attacks, lower damage inflicted by enemies for a short duration. This is great if you're tanking. You can go out there, deal some damage, and then they won't be able to deal as much damage to you. And then Sword Master makes it so attacking creatures with a sword temporarily removes your stamina timer. That stamina timer, when it runs out and it recovers, or before it actually starts recovering when you haven't used all of your stamina, it removes that timer, which means as soon as you stop attacking, your stamina starts to rise again. This is a great one for tank builds. And then finally, Whittle Wizard. Whittle Wizard also makes a return, but in a spectacular way. So Whittle Wizard, staff attacks are enhanced by elemental effects, sizzle burns with greater intensity, and frozen foes that shatter take additional damage. Now, when I say shatter, I don't mean the creature freezes solid, you hit them, and then they blow up into a million pieces, because that would be instant kill. What happens is there's a frozen effect that happens to the creature, and it's like doing an additional critical, so you can go up and hit them, and the shatter effect will deal more damage. And then Staff Master, crit hit chance with staff attacks is increased on frozen and burning foes with max buildup. So this will allow you to do crit hits on those frozen or burning enemies. It's a great one. It makes those staffs awesome. Go out there and give them a try. The two that are in the game right now are awesome. Perk or hint on leveling this one quickly, go group up some mites and start doing AoEs, because these staffs are great at AoE attacks. Alright, so in combat abilities, we're going to go through each of these except for the third one. I'm going to wait till the end of the video because that one does have a spoiler. So if you guys don't want to be spoiled, we'll go over that at the end. But Parry Master. Parry Master makes a return from Grounded as well. This one is the exact same perk as we had before. It gives you an extreme advantage on blocking attacks, and it also makes it so you recover stamina on perfect block as well. Keep in mind, you do need to perfect block in order to get this one, and some people struggle with perfect blocks. I will say perfect blocks are a little bit different. And when I say a little bit, I mean like this much different. The timing's a little bit different between Grounded and Grounded 2, so keep that in mind. But once you get it down, guys, perfect blocking is amazing. Ambush. Ambush is another one that's super easy to unlock. This one has to do with dealing ambush attacks, not ambush kills, ambush attacks. Ambush attacks can be done by sneaking up behind a creature or hitting a creature that is sleeping. So, if you want to unlock this one quickly for those assassins out there, just wait till it's nighttime and run around and stab everything that you see that's sleeping, and you'll unlock this one pretty quick. What ambush does is it deals critical, so deal critical hit against creatures unaware of your presence. So every time you ambush something, it's a crit. And then finally, Cloak and Dagger. Ambush attacks with daggers greatly increase crit hit damage. So if you remember from all those videos you guys were seeing that they were sharing in like the trailers for the game, when they were charging up their daggers and then doing a jump attack on a sleeping creature and it died immediately, this is how that is done. and you guys can go through and upgrade this perk by going through and landing those ambush attacks. Skipping over number 3, we're going to go to number 4, Guard Dog. This one's about completing the mixer events. You can deal increased damage to creatures that are attacking on your turf, meaning if you're defending your base, they're attacking your turf. If you're defending a mixer, they're attacking your turf. If you guys are looking for a mixer, there is one in the yard. You can go and find it. It's right here underneath this skateboard over here, or this longboard. Go check that one out if you guys want to get that perk. All right, so the next we have the exploration talents. Now, the exploration mutations are the same from Grounded. This one, powered by intuition, your tiny feet skitter through the muck and weeds ever so quicker. Natural explorer. Guys, we love the quickness. If you like running around, it's great. But I'll tell you, this perk isn't as awesome because once you unlock buggies, this perk kind of gets pulled back. But it allows you to run faster, and speed boost is temporarily reduced after you enter combat and deal or take damage from a creature. So it's great for exploring, not so great when you're in combat. And then the next one here is Trapper Peeper. This one's going to be hard, guys. This one's about collecting gold cards. But it allows you to unlock yoked blows on anything. Increases the damage multiplier on crit hits. Once again, all building those assassinations. But in order to unlock this one, guys, you got to collect gold cards. Which in order to collect gold cards, guys, you got to go through. You got to get into peeping. You got to peep a creature. Then you got to unlock the gold card by slaying enough of those creatures to get the gold card. And it is random on when you get it. Fun fact, the first creature I got a gold card in Grounded 2 was a mosquito. But anyway, going back in here, that's Trapper Peeper. Yoke Blows is amazing. Finally, we have our survival perks. Cardio Fan, deplete your stamina 500 times to unlock the highest tier. You're going to regain stamina faster. And once you have this one, lowers the amount of time you spend in exhausted after using all of your stamina. This one's great for those heavy builds or exploration for you as well. So some great perks there. This one, Reliable Friend, reviving allies, increases your revive speed. This works on your buggy. So if you're playing single player and you're like, I can't get this, get a buggy, fight with them. They're going to end up going down. No, they don't die. They have a respawn time. They have a knockout timer like the teens do, and then you can run over and pick them back up. Great perk, good one to have. The next two here are all about eating pieces of the different candies found in the yards. This one's going to give you sizzle reduction, burn resistance, and gas resistance because it's fresh defense. Okay, this one's good. Eat your mint shards, and you're going to unlock each of those. The next one, spicy safety, just like the last one. Shadow resistance, freeze resistance, and chill reduction comes from eating spicy candy shards. And then finally, everybody's favorite, Mithridism. Mithridism is a little bit harder to get in Grounded 2 than it was in Grounded 1. You got to kill 5 venomous creatures. That counts as wolf spiders and scorpions. Now it counts as junior scorpions and the full-size scorpions, not the baby ones. So keep that in mind when going through and doing this. Orb weavers also don't count. But this is going to build up your venom reduction and resistance. So venom reduction slows at the rate which is sleeping through your body, which means you're going to get less venom counters when you're getting attacked. And then venom resistance reduces the damage taken from venom. There is not a difference between poison and venom in Grounded 2 like there was in Grounded 1. It's just venom now. So keep that in mind as going out. All right, so this next one, guys, is going to be all about spoilers. I want to let you guys know this now. If you have not beaten Act 1, this is going to be a spoiler for you. If you're going to click away now because you don't want to be spoiled, thanks for watching. But let's talk about the last of the perks, which is Frenzy. Frenzy, defeat the mysterious stranger. Deal increased damage with melee weapons and regenerate health when enraged. Perfect block timing is reduced. Couple this with Parry Master, your perfect blocks are going to be okay to do. It's just still going to be a little bit more difficult. But like it says, melee attacks trigger Rage. You deal increased damage and regenerate health when enraged, but cannot time your blocks. So, be careful with this one. It's the same thing as Berserker, right? But you have to defeat the mysterious stranger. In order to defeat the Mysterious Stranger, in order to unlock this one, guys, you have to beat Act 1, which is getting all the way over into the Burgle statue lab that's over here. It is a little bit of a pain. You have to go through a maze over here, go through the maze up here, go through the maze in this hedge to end up back over here. Then you go through this maze hedge. Then you get back here. Then you actually get into the lab. And then once you're in the lab, you got to fight all the way up to the top where you're going to fight the Mysterious Stranger. And once you defeat them, you will unlock the perk that the final perk that you're going to need, the Frenzy perk. But guys, that is all of the mutations currently in Grounded 2. Once again, disclaimer, this is not all of the mutations that are going to be in Grounded 2. This is just what we have at the launch of Early Access in July of 2025. And we will cover any other perks or mutations that get added throughout the game. But that's going to do it for this one, guys. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you liked it. If you did, hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe. Leave me a comment down below. And as always, I'll see all of you guys in the next one.